This is Ubco's 2x2 electric adventure bike, designed and built in New Zealand. It's made its way to the Falklands thanks to electric vehicle company E-Link, who think it could be an alternative to the petrol bikes traditionally used by the farming community.
The cool thing about the 2x2 is this bike's cool. As you'll notice, there's no chain, there's no clutch, there's no gearbox, there's no engine in the middle. So what the 2x2 means is two-wheel drive. So you've got hub motors, one at the back here and one at the front in the middle of the wheels. And that's where all your driving power comes from. So you effectively got, well, you've got a motor on each wheel. And then the main power is in the middle, in the battery. So this is a removable battery, which slides in and out very easily. You just disconnect the connection there, and then it just pulls out. And basically that gives you, that's everything. I mean, that's all the moving parts of the bike. That's all the exciting stuff. Apart from that, you've got your brakes on the handlebars, much like a bicycle. So you've got two brakes rather than a brake and a clutch, because there's no gears. So.
Right. And so can I have a look at this?
Yeah, of course.
This little bit here, because this is electronic, right?
Yeah. So if I just start up the basic bit of the bike. So what you've got here is, so the adventure bike, because it's a road legal bike, this gives you a display of your speed, your battery level. This is your power versus regeneration. So that'll give you, it's a kind of a sliding scale. And then it shows your motor temperature, which right now is 0 degrees. It was 40 a minute ago when we were playing around with it. And then it's got odometers and the time and stuff like that as well. But yeah, you've got high beam and low beam, indicators obviously, and then a horn, which is always good fun.
So say I was a camp farmer, what would be the advantages of getting this bike instead of my old-fashioned, dirt bike, which is fueled by petrol instead?
The main advantage for me, I think, is on a relatively sort of small to medium-sized farm where you're not doing like hundreds of miles a day on a bike. It gives you that advantage that you're not having to handle petrol, you're not having to get oils in, you're not having to do that sort of stuff. So for islands, I think it's a really good option. And for the smaller and medium farms as well, because you can just literally just go out, hop on it, beep, and off you go. So you don't have to mess around like bleeding stuff and carburetors and all that sort of thing. Assuming that your renewable system has got enough power, you can charge this bike, and it only takes about half a kilowatt to charge. So it takes about 6 hours to charge, and it's drawing less than pretty much any main white good you have in your house. So it'll draw less than a dishwasher, a lot less than a kettle. Effectively, if you've got a renewable system, you fuel your bike for free.
With Sam having given us the lowdown on the bike, it was time to see it in action. And in the meantime, here's E-Link's plans for this e-bike and for electric biking in the Falklands.
We're loaning it to one of the farms in the north camp here, who was very interested from the expo. So he's going to borrow it for a week and just try it out, see how it goes. We're passionate about trying to make the Falklands a more environmentally kind of sustainable place, trying to find ways to move away from using loads of diesel and petrol and stuff like that, and make people's lives a bit easier. So we want to make sure that it works. So we've got this demonstrator that we can share around the place and do things like that. And then a few bikes, if people do decide that they would like to do that, we can then, so we can then sell them a bike with all the various spares, maintenance package. We can do all the maintenance ourselves, so motor maintenance and all that sort of stuff. Equally, people can always decide if they think, oh, actually, that bike might look a bit funny, but yeah, I'd quite like to give it a go. Just get in touch, and your people are welcome to give it a go.